What's going on, everybody? Over the past 6 months, my firm has invested over $25,000 in our outbound advertising in an effort to generate cold traffic. And I want to share with you all the findings that we figured out in this journey together. So number one, it's not as simple as people make it out to be. And at first, it was an extremely scary concept to dive into. We are a very small organization. We don't have a ton of capital to deploy. We don't have any outside funding. But about 6 months ago, we realized that in order for us to grow, we really needed to figure out a way to get more business and create a client acquisition system. Our client acquisition system is still in development. We have a lot left to learn and a lot left to implement, but I want to share our findings with you so far. Number one, I want to outline our strategy so that you understand if this is the type of video that you need to watch. But number one is we are a local service business, meaning that we help our clients in a local area. We're not necessarily running a national advertising trying to generate a bunch of leads. I have done that in the past, but there's a huge difference that I found between the two. That's going to be later on in this video as well. Also, the second point I want to make is that in the past 6 months, we have an average 5x profit on all of our advertising dollars. So we've spent $25,000, but we've made about $100,000 back. So anywhere between a 4 to 5x profit on that. And our direct ROI from a revenue standpoint is about 12x. So, that's just gross profit that we've made based off of the advertising. The third note is that we use meta advertising for all of our advertising efforts. We don't invest a dollar into Google. We've tried it. It did not work for our industry. It works great for a lot of other industries though. So don't let that discourage you from using other modes of paid advertising or lead generation sources. So 6 months ago, we had our thought. We worked with a hairstylist out of Boise, Idaho. We're based in Charleston, South Carolina, and we thought that we had a home run type of client. This client, we ended up building a website for them. We ran Google advertising for them, and they were able to pick up 40 to 50 new customers within the first 3 to 4 months. She was able to quit her full-time job and go full-time into hairstyling, which is what she's always wanted to do. So that was a huge win. So naturally, we wanted to share this story with other hairstylists around the country and show them that we can do that for them as well. That was part of our growth initiative. I went on Canva and I created static advertising to promote this hairstylist and the campaign that we had for her and how successful it was. And what happened? Well, the static advertising ended up getting us about 40 leads at a cost per lead of $18 a lead. So that was our cost per lead. Pretty good. Only problem is only 10 of them we were able to contact, and we only booked meetings with 5. Come to find out, that's pretty typical in cold traffic. You're going to generate 40 leads, but expecting to get 20 meetings out of that cold traffic type of push is very rare. People forget that they filled out the form. Even when they fill out the form, they were just more so looking. And then you have 1 or 2 who just didn't want to be contacted, or they were someone that just shouldn't have been filling out the form in the first place. They made a mistake on it. So we ended up getting 5 meetings. And out of those 5 meetings, we had a grand total of 0 closes. Threw up a huge goose egg. We spent about $2,000 in that campaign and got nothing from it. So we went back to the drawing board. I knew that wasn't the direction that we really wanted to take. That took us about 2 weeks to implement. So it kind of sucks that we spent all that time, effort, and money and didn't get anything out of it. But every time you embark on this kind of journey, you're learning. You're learning something. So instead of going broad geographically and targeting a specific industry, the thought was, what if we went and targeted a specific city, which is our own city, but went broad as far as industry goes? And the number one thing that we wanted to sell was websites, which is something that our company does really, really well. We are able to create high converting websites that essentially can really increase and optimize someone's lead generation campaigns. So this time, I had the thought, I grabbed my videographer and I was like, let's go out and let's create video content at a local landmark, a place where people are going to recognize and know. And we're just going to talk about developing websites towards this industry. So I spent about 2 weeks in development. This is probably about 2 months after that initial campaign for the hairstylist. We spent 2 months in development. We went out, filmed the content. I edited the content. My heart rate was racing. Trying to figure out if this was going to work. Even spending $2,000 in a month is still a good investment for our firm. I didn't like making that kind of investment. but you got to figure out a way to grow. And we really wanted to build out this client acquisition system. Excuse me. So what were the results? Within the first 2 days, we had two people reach out to us. The first 2 days, one was a construction company, and the other one was a hunt and golf club in our local town. So I called them up and I was like, you know what? I'd like to meet you guys in person. I think that's the best way to do it. And instead of, just having a Zoom meeting and hoping that they show up to the call, we're going to meet them in person. We're going to set a time to meet, and the rest is history. We booked both meetings. Both of them bought, and actually one of those elevated to a full marketing client, which was really, really cool. So we took the localized advertising approach, and we didn't change anything since then. We made the ads a little better. So we started attaching a Hormozy style offer to the video. And in that video, we offered 5 free videos with every website that was bought and sold, so that the client could then advertise their website and give them something really nice to look at. And then we realized, oh, we have a model here. This is really cool. Shortly after that, over the next month, we got about 2 to 3 leads per day. And my job as the founder of our company was just to pick up the phone and call them within 5 minutes of them going on board. Now, this didn't happen. I let them go. I would call them about a day later sometimes, 24 hours, even 48 hours, because I would get busy. And of course, our closing rate went down significantly because we didn't stay on top of them. So, however, in the following month, so this was 2 months after the hairstylist campaign and a month after we started testing out this localized approach, we then had a month where we closed 8 deals in a month. It was a record. And to us, that's huge. We've never closed 8 deals in a month. Now, of course, they were all small website deals, but 2 of those actually elevated and went into a marketing package client. So then we keep advertising, we keep hitting the market over and over again, and slowly more leads started to trickle in. I started to hear people who I hopped on the phone with say, hey, I've been seeing your ads all over the place. Yeah, I noticed that you're local. So it was a really cool approach to using meta advertising in order to get more business. Some of you guys know this. You guys have been through the ringer. But I just really enjoyed the localized approach. Now, the problem that we're running into is scalability, right? So yes, we can use this localized approach to get business, but how are we going to scale and actually grow our business to be a multi-million-dollar company? And that's coming up soon. We've actually solved that problem. But I say all this to let you guys know that there is a huge opportunity in meta advertising right now, still in 2026. In the whole world right now is saying that meta advertising is dead, that you can't really get anything off of it. It's crap leads. But if you generate 40 to 50 leads in a month and you can close 6 to 8 deals, imagine the kind of opportunity that's going to come from that. I mean, it's endless. So yeah, we're still continuing our localized approach here in the Charleston area, and we're going to continue that approach for a long time. Yeah, I hope that this helped you guys understand and conceptualize from a real case study of what meta advertising can do for any type of local service business. So right now, we've actually had people who asked us if we could implement the exact same process that we implemented for our company for their companies. We've picked up a cleaning company, a junk removal company, a roofing company, an HVAC company, and we use meta advertising to help them generate leads in a local area using video content, using the exact same model. Local area, local landmark, run the video advertising, and see how many leads that you can generate, and you will be shocked at what kind of opportunity is out there for you. The last note I want to make about this is the effortless aspect. You don't need to post every day on organic social media to generate leads. You don't need to be doing cold outreach, cold calling, cold emailing. You can do everything from your computer with one media day that you set with a videographer or even your tripod. In fact, I didn't probably even need my videographer because my videographer stayed still in one spot the whole time. We weren't making this robust campaign with a Sony a7 camera. It was shot on an iPhone. And that is something that is just so, it really opened my eyes to see how much opportunity there can be from just simply filming on an iPhone and generating leads. I post videos like this because I think that the marketing industry is wrong about a lot of things. I think that the marketing industry has gone in a very weird direction, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to overcomplicate it. It can be very simple, but you have to find a model that works for you. So today, the professional marketer is just, it's not what it used to be. Now anybody can open up an LLC and call themselves a marketing professional. but you really become a marketing professional through experience, time, effort, and consistency. And it's not for the faint of heart by any means. So hope this helped, guys. Please, if you like this video, this added any value at all, please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow the page here. You know, I don't want to become Alex Ramosi, but I would love to have 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel one day. So I'll see you guys in the next video.